Good morning, my beautiful friends. This is your wake up call with Maui Paul. I am Maui Paul, and we are here today to say some nice things about ourselves. It is Friday, Friday. Oh my goodness, we are just about into the new year, and I am very, very excited for it. It's funny, the passing of a new year really doesn't mean anything, and yet collectively, in the collective consciousness, there are so many people who are making so many resolutions and doing new things. And so let's improve our internal monologues so that the resolutions that we make this new year, that we will have a better foundation for accomplishing those things. So what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to be working with my I Am deck. This deck is full of positive affirmations. We're going to go through one of them today. I'm going to pull a card off the top of the deck, and I'm going to ask you if you are the affirmation on the card. You're going to respond out loud, I am the affirmation on the card. And then what we're going to do is we are going to work through that together. So let's have some fun today, and let's get to it. So, first and foremost, let's just pull one right off the top here and say that today I am fearless. I am fearless. I dive into life with boldness and freedom. So I am fearless. I dive into life with boldness and freedom. Are you fearless? You are fearless. You dive into life with boldness and freedom. It's such an interesting one today, fearless. And how many times do we have? How many times do we have goals that we are scared to move forward on? I'm writing right down. I am writing that in the chat right now, and I would love for you guys to write that in the chat as well. That you are fearless. That you dive into life with boldness and freedom. I've set lots of goals for myself in life over the years, and ultimately, when I haven't achieved them, the ones that I haven't achieved or the ones that I've given up on, it has always been because I was afraid. It was never because I didn't want to do that anymore. It was because I was scared to do it. There was something inside of me that was stopping me from doing it. Usually something tied to my identity. I wasn't usually afraid of doing the action. I was usually afraid of who I would become if I did the action. And I was usually just afraid of my own power, of my own, of the force that I have, that I'm capable of bringing into the world. So I am fearless. And the day that I decided that I was going to stop living in fear, that I was just going to do the things that I really wanted to do, and that I would stop caring what other people thought about me, then that was when I really started to accomplish more of the things that are in line with what I really want to do and what I really am doing. So I am fearless today. And I discovered that as I embraced my own fearlessness, that I just noticed it in other people. I noticed that I was surrounded by other people who were fearless, just like I was being. We tend to attract people who are very similar to us. So diving into life with boldness and freedom. Freedom requires boldness. We have to be bold if we are to be free. And freedom entails responsibility. And fear, oftentimes, the things that we're afraid of are the responsibilities that would come from the actions that we're partaking of. So, for example, I was scared to start up a daily show where I did this. I was scared that I would suck at it. I was scared that I couldn't get out of bed in the morning. I was scared that I would tell people I was going to do it and then I wouldn't be able to, that I would lack that discipline. And over the course of time, I've discovered, of course, that my fears were groundless. They never came to pass. I have gotten up every morning. In fact, I'm starting to wake up before 7 a.m. It's crazy what's been happening to me. My own transformation has resulted has come as a result of the boldness that I had in saying that I'm going to do this every single day. And the fact is that it the folks that I'm able to reach as a result of this project, that's something that would have scared me 6 months ago and doesn't scare me today. So I am fearless, and I recognize that I am overcoming all of my fears. True love has no fear. because perfect love expels all fear. And so when we are fearless, then we are just allowing love to really enter into us. And how can we love the people around us if we do not love ourselves? We have to love us before we even know how to love the people around us. And love has no fear inside of it. So let's just dive into life with boldness and freedom. This is your permission slip. This is your daily reminder that we can live life without fear, that we can live life in a state of abundance, a state of agency, a state of boldness and freedom. So I'm not afraid of what's coming, and you don't need to be afraid either because we have dealt with everything that has come our way so far. There is no situation in our entire lives that we haven't been able to handle yet. We have always been able to handle every single one of them 100% of the time. And so, what do we have to fear? So, I want to say thank you guys so very much for coming by today. This is the 30th, I think. Yeah, we are on December 30th is when I'm live streaming this. And 31st is tomorrow is Saturday. We do have a new year coming up. So I will see you guys in 2023. And I think that I'm actually going to do a little bit of live streaming over the weekend as I have time to do it. But I do plan on doing like a this year retrospective, like all the fun stuff that's happened this year. So if you guys are interested in joining me for that, you can just take a look whenever if you happen to see me live. But I won't be scheduling it. It'll just be when I have some time over the weekend. I have a very, very busy weekend planned. It's going to be an absolute blast, and I am excited to do it. That's one more thing I'd like to touch on before I let you guys go. So I read once that fear is just excitement without the breath. So when we feel that we're afraid, let's just take a breath. Let's just breathe. Let's just breathe a little bit. And that breath will turn the fear into excitement. And excitement is something that gets results. And fear is something that stops results. And the only difference between the two is a single breath. So thanks, guys, so much for being with me this year, and I will see you next year. If you need a particular affirmation, I have all of these linked on my YouTube channel. I also just recently discovered, thanks to Brenda Jean, that my comments are not showing up on my Facebook profile, which is a place where a lot of you guys actually watch this at. So I am coming up with a solution for that. It's a limitation in in Facebook's API. So it's a Facebook limitation. It's not that I have any settings incorrect on my broadcast software. It's actually that the Facebook just wants to push content like this over to business pages. That way they can sell ads, and I understand why they're doing it. So if you are watching this on my live Facebook page, I actually have a Maui Paul, or if you're watching this on my profile, my personal profile, I have a Maui Paul page, and I will link that also in the comments on the profile. So if you follow that page, you'll actually be able to find this thing on, find this show on that page, and I will be eventually migrating that over there next year. Don't worry, I won't do it too quickly, and I'll make sure that we catch everybody who is currently catching it on my profile. Until then, I want to say Happy New Year to you and aloha from paradise.